Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to try to finish up on our bit of plowing, but before we do, we're going to try and get my plow point changed on my plow, and I'll try to explain that. So I took the bolts, the nuts off, and here's the old plow point, and I thought it was kind of interesting. You guys can see this. So this is a brand new plow point, and this is my old plow point. And just wanted you to see the difference and how much has been worn off it since that was brand new, the plow point was brand new. As you can see down here, there's two holes, and we just have one hole here with just the remains of the second hole. Now they do make for these plow points another another point that goes, that's what these two holes are for. These two holes here. You can purchase another kind of a plow point that you can change more often, but they claim, I've never used them, but they claim they actually pull harder than just leaving it as is, so I've always done it like this. So last year I replaced the share on this right-hand plow, and now I need to do the left-hand plow. And I was using the right-hand plow more than the left-hand plow for the year or so before that, so that's why this one wore out faster. But now I need to replace this one, and we'll have both of them pretty close to the same size. Okay, so we have the 4 bolts that come with it, and they are, as you can see, kind of got a weird thing there, and then so there's 2 notches in this carriage head plow bolt that when it drops in there, it drops in those spots so it cannot turn. So when I put the nut on and off, it is held securely. So it's just a simple matter of sliding the bolts into the holes. And making sure those bolts are once again in the slot where they belong. So I put the nut on, I put my hand on this other side to make sure that the head of the bolt stays down where it belongs, and then with my impact wrench, snug it right up. Okay, 2 pretty darn new plow shares on our white horse plow, and we're ready to go to work. Maybe Brenda will stop out and even show us plowing a little bit as we get going. Careful. Careful. Yep. G. 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 Kappa G. Yep. G. 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 Yep. G. G. Yep. G. 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 Yep. G. 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 Oh. Oh. Et s'il te plaît, Belle. Careful. Careful. Oh. So guys, I got started plowing here and just went back to the barn to readjust something because my plow was kind of riding on the point instead of the heel back here should be tight against the ground, and it wasn't. So what I did is I adjusted the pole up here. I had my heel chains are on the 6th link, so it kind of, the longer out they are, the more it's going to want to dive in. The shorter it is, the more it's going to lift the point up and not dig quite so deep. So what I did is I adjusted this tongue, which is adjustable, and I slid this back and went to the 4th link. By doing that, that offset the problem, so now the plow is running better and riding where it should. I am hitting a ton of stones. Brenda just came out, and actually I haven't hit one yet, but maybe she can follow me for a little bit and so you guys can see even how the yellow leaf here will allow the plow to come up out of the ground when it hits a stone. It's plowing plenty hard also, but we have very little to do, and I want to use, right now I'm using Lady and Baron, but then afterwards I'm going to use Duke and Earl out through there as we finish up what we're doing. But it's kind of nice because I can just, with just the 2 horses, I actually have better control of the 2 than the 3, and they work good. And whenever a stone ends up in my furrow here, I will actually stop and get the stone out so the horses can rest during that time. I only have a few more paths to make, and I'm going to be done with this section anyways, and then we can jump over there. I did bring the skid steer down also with the forks on it in case we have a big boulder. A lot of times the stone will be just partially out of the ground from the plow, and if I just plow the next time, I'll cover it right back up again, so it causes me a little more trouble. So if I take the skid steer at that point, if it's too big for me to handle by hand, then I can pop that stone out so I don't cover it back up again. As you can see, that's what we have over here. A bunch of stones, odds and ends of stones here. And over here, we had to pull these out this morning while I was plowing. And so we can pick them up later and get them off the field. I'm really happy even with the adjustments that I've made. It just seems to me like the last, what are you doing, Brendan? Sleeping on the job? Let me see that. Let me help you.
I just like tripped. It's uneven backing up, you know. Sometimes it's a little hard.
I wish I'd got that on camera, guys.
Oh well.
Anyways, I feel that the adjustment that I made is working better, and these 2 furrows that I just made are actually better than the other furrows. So anyways, let me just keep at it. You guys can watch for a little bit. I'd love to show this release on the plow, how that works, but we have to hit just the right stone in the right spot for it to work. It's surprising when that happens. It takes a lot of power to keep plowing when you hit that stone. So we'll see what happens in the next little bit. Here comes up. Careful. Oh. Oh. Another thing I have to do on this two-way plow, which works great, is when you get to the end, you have to grab this lever and adjust the pole over so that it works better when you swap plows. I know that's not very scientific or official way to explain that, but that's what's happening here. Ha, lady, ha. Careful, ha. Ha, careful. Oop, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha. Ha, lady, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Yep. Hey. Ba, Pidgey. Ba, Pidgey. Ba, ba. Ba, G. 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 It's nice for just the two horses on these corners too to get spun around without touching that fence. It's nice. G. Oh. G. Ben, G, 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 oh, oh. So, I had something else to say and I forgot it already. Oh, I just remembered one thing. What?
This plow hasn't tripped since I've been
I know. This tiny little stretch here at this end of this plowing, I don't know why, but it's just really heavy soil and must be a really hard root system because it plows really hard this first 30, 40 feet, and then it plows so easy after that.
Well, I saw it. I can see it.
You noticed that too,
oh,
huh?
Definitely. It's like clay soil.
Yeah. It cuts out. Careful. Careful. Oh. Deepa, ha, 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 lady, ha. Deepa, ha, 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 deepa, ha, 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 ha. So this first little stretch, I don't really even need to plow, but I think what I'm going to do is drop the plow down just a little ways so that, just a little bit, lady. Lady, step a little bit. Careful, 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 careful. Oh. So if I have it just down halfway, it'll just kind of cuff some of the dirt into the furrow, and it'll be easier to level out. And then when we get down there where we hit the green sod again, I'll have to lower it down the rest of the way. I cuffed up. Careful. Oh, the purpose of doing this is so you don't have such a deep dead furrow. It kind of levels it out instead of having a, a big, deep 7 or 8 inches of dead furrow. You only have that 4 inches, and then it'll all blend together nicely. I test that. Careful. Oh, you'll notice also that the heel is way off the ground, which isn't the proper way to plow, but because I just want this tiny little bit of soil cuffed over, it will work out just fine. Cuffed up. Careful. Careful. Oh. So guys, here's this rock, and it's a big one. When I came through the last time, I kind of hit it and rolled up to the top of it. I didn't do anything with it, and I don't know if it's even going to be something I can touch with a skid steer, but I'll finish up this and work on it with the skid steer, see if I can't get it out of the ground. It might be an excavator rock, or it might be a rock I'm just going to leave there, but this is how I do it. I stop and try to get that rock out of the way before I come through the next pass. So we're just about ready to hit that sod. Careful. Careful. Oh! Well guys, I don't know if you saw that, but they had to really dig to get that through there, didn't they? It actually plowed it up pretty good, but it was just plugged right up. And like I said, something about this soil right here is just a thick, heavy sod, heavy root system. And it does not plow that good. So I'm just trying to flip this over so that to get that green stuff covered up so it dies fast. But this is just such a heavy thing. But anyways, they did not let me down. They made it to the end. Happy G. Careful, G. All right, G. Hoop, G. Oh, bye. Huh? G. Oh. Nice step. Careful. Oh. Step pa, step pa. Ha, ha. Watch that step. Ha, 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 ha. Oh yeah, ha, 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 ha. Step G. Oh. Whoops, I never get that one all the way up. Careful step. G. Yep. G back. G. G. Yep. G. 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 Yep. G. 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 Be careful. Oh. So I'm going to take one more half pass through here and we're going to be done. The rest should disc up all right. And then we're going to go to the other side and start on that. All right, careful step. Careful. Hey, careful. Ah. Here. 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 Yep, G. G. Yep, G. 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 Ha. 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 Oh. Okay guys, one other thing I want to just share with you guys or talk about. So this is plowing good. It's down there pretty well where I like it to be. So that's all good. So I've got this one stretch that needs to be plowed here. Now this obviously is the tile drain, the main tile drain that we put in last fall. And it's been worked up a little bit with the disc, and you know, I kind of was torn between how to do this. I thought about starting in the center and work my way out in two different sections, and then I thought about going on both sides and working my way in to kind of level this out because it's kind of a hump. And I may do that, but it's actually really good to use both plows, so I may just stay with that one line of one furrow there. And of course that's a lot longer furrow than we did on the first section, so it's going to take longer to do this. I've got plenty of time. I don't have to really push it hard with the horses. I want to use Duke and Earl still on this section some. So they're outside enjoying themselves this morning, but this afternoon I'll probably use them. But I will just get started here and yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's up.
In the early glow of morning, birds sing to greet the light with their hallelujah chorus, thanking God for the passing night. As the sun rays warm the heavens and drive the shadows from the land, the plowman leads his horses, a happy and contented man.
Oh.
With the ringing of the harness and the rattling of the chain, he turns his charges at the headland to turn the green to brown again. Just a hup, a whoa, and steady, gentle words from a gentleman. With ears pricked, the horses follow every word of his command. Sitting by the hedge at lunchtime, he eats his cheese and barley bread, while the horses with their nose bags munch their oats and toss their head. On the plowing brown and shiny, the rooks they wait impatient now for the lunchtime to be over, to follow on behind the plow. With the ringing of the harness and the rattling of the chain, he turns his charges at the headland to turn the green to brown again. Just a hup, a whoa, and steady, gentle words from a gentleman. With ears pricked, the horses follow every word of his command.
I love it.
Then in the glowing of the evening, homeward bound the day is done. The coal black rook is flying westward toward the setting of the sun. In the stable warm the horses gently chew on wisps of hay, as the plowman whistles softly at the closing of the day. With the ringing of the harness and the rattling of the chain, he turns his charges at the headland to turn the green to brown again. Just a hup, a whoa, and steady, gentle words from a gentleman. With ears pricked, the horses follow every word of his command.
Oh. Hello.
Yes, Jim?
Yes.
Hey, it's Nate here, Sinagri. How are you doing?
Good. Good.
Hey, I want to get back to you. I
Yep.
talked to the powers that be, and I looked at the list, and everybody that's ahead of you. So, hate to tell you, but you're about 4 weeks out before we could even get you one.
Okay. Why don't we do this? Let me know when it's a possibility, and I'll decide if I want it at that point.
Okay, I'll put an order in for you, and then I'll just check back in a week or so and see if we can get an updated list on the schedule, and
Okay.
we'll circle back.
Okay. I just was hoping to get it on before the corn. That's all. With this is going to be the first time I've used this. So with this, it can sit for a while. It doesn't hurt a thing. And
No, won't hurt anything.
okay, I'm just saying that because if I want to put it on my hay ground, then if it just sits there, I can just put it on at will, you know?
On the better.
Okay, so that is the case. The sooner you can get it on, the better.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely then call me if it's a possibility. Then if it works out for me at that time, we'll do it.
Okay, I will do so. Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye. So guys, that was a guy that has chicken manure for sale.
So I'm thinking about using chicken manure on the farm. We are in the process of getting a spreader on my manure spreader set up to be able to spread chicken manure. And so I'm just getting the manure ordered now, and I was hoping to get it before it was time to plant corn, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But here in the near future, hopefully we can have some chicken manure, and I will show you and explain how we go about spreading that on the fields.
Yep. Hey. Angie. Chica. Chick. Yep, chick. Yep, chick. Chick, 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 chick. Chica. Chick. Chick. Pa, pa, ha, 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 ha. Careful. Oh, nice step. Careful. Ha, yep, ha. 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 Ha, vi ha. Ha, ha. Ha, ha.